for this lesson, I am going to teach you how to identify if the given is a sum and difference of two cubes and how to factor sum and difference of two cubes. But first, let's study how to identify if the given is a sum or difference of two cubes. So there are two conditions that you need to consider. It is written in your module, but I am going to write the conditions here, okay? So the first condition is the given, it says that the given should be a binomial, okay? Should be a binomial. When we say binomial, it means that the expression must have two terms, okay? And then the second condition is the terms of the binomial must be perfect cubes. Okay? If you do not know what are perfect cubes, I attach a table in your modules. So, nakalist lahat doon ng mga perfect cubes, numbers, and variables. So, these are the list of the perfect cubes in terms of numbers or constants and variables. So, sa numbers, we have 1, 8, yun yung mga perfect cubes. 1, 8, 27, 64, lahat ng naka-highlight or naka-bold dito sa table. And then, we have here also the perfect cube in terms of variables. So, kailangan yung exponent niya dapat multiples of 3. Hindi ba kapag perfect square, dapat multiples of 2. Kapag naman perfect cube, dapat multiples of 3. Yung variable ay yung exponent pala. Okay? So, let's say this example. So, x cubed, x to the 6th power, x to the 9th power, x to the 12th power, ganyan. X raised to 15, x raised to 18. These are all multiples of 3, so they are all perfect cubes. So, let's go back to the board. So, these are the two conditions that you need to remember in identifying if the given is a sum or difference of two cubes. So, let's identify if the given is a sum or difference of two cubes using this example. So, let's say we have 27 x cubed minus 8. So, the first condition is the given must be a binomial. So, counting the terms 1, 2, this is an example of a binomial. So, the first condition is achieved. Okay? So, tama. How about yung second condition? Sabi sa second condition, the terms of the given must be both perfect cubes. So, let's investigate here. So, si 27 ba perfect cube? Yes, nasa list siya, nasa table, ano? Kasi 3 times 3 times 3, that is 27. So, 27 is a perfect cube. X cube, perfect cube. Of course, no? Kasabi lang ni ma'am, x cube, perfect cube. Kasi yung exponent po niya ay a multiple of 3. Okay? So, yung first term, check. That is, this is a perfect cube. Okay? How about 8? Is 8 a perfect cube? Yes. Kasi 2 times 2 times 2, that is 8. Therefore, na-satisfy ng given yung dalawang condition. Therefore, ano kaya to? Sum or difference of two cubes. So, tingin lang kayo dun sa sign, no? Ng binomial. If that is a minus sign, therefore, this example or this given is a difference of two cubes. No? If that will be a plus sign, therefore, that is a sum of two cubes. Okay? Of two cubes, sorry. How about another example? Let's say we have naman this. So, x to the 6th power plus 720 9. Okay? So let's investigate. So the first condition, it says that the given must be a binomial. So this given is a binomial because it has two terms, as you can see. And then the next condition, sabi, dapat daw yung terms ay both perfect cubes. So let's investigate. X to the 6 is a perfect cube? Yes, it is a perfect cube kasi po yung exponent niya is a multiple of 3. 3, 6, 9, yun yung multiples. Okay? So therefore, x to the 6th power is a perfect cube. How about 729? So take a look at the table in your module. Yes, 729 is a perfect cube because 9 times 9 times 9 is equal to 729. Therefore, it also satisfied the second condition. And we can identify this given as a sum of two cubes. Bakit kaya sum? I already told you a while ago. Because of the sign separating the terms. Kapag plus sign, the answer is sum of two cubes. If minus sign, the answer is difference of two cubes. So that's how you identify if the given is a sum of two cubes. Sum of two cubes and difference of two cubes. Now let's move on how to factor the sum or difference of two cubes. So we need to refer to this format. So let's say the given is a sum of two cubes. So the factored form will be like this. So quantity x plus y and times quantity x squared minus xy plus y squared. Okay? Pag naman difference of two cubes yung given, just like this, x cubed minus y cubed, then we will refer to this format. So quantity x minus y times the quantity x squared plus xy plus y squared. So you need to remember this format kasi it will be helpful lalo na if you memorize it kasi mas madali kayong makakapag-factor if that's the case. So let's solve some examples. Okay? Let's try to factor this sum of two cubes. So let's say we have 8x cubed plus 1. Okay, this is an example of a sum of two cubes. So if we are talking about sum of two cubes, then we will use this format. Okay, so x plus y, quantity x plus y times x squared minus xy plus y squared. We will follow this format. Okay. So solving that, I'm going to write our solution here. So in getting first the binomial, let's say I am also writing the answer below. Okay? Then the sign is automatically positive kasi according sa given, di ba? Tapos yung sign naman ng trinomial mo dapat positive, negative, positive. Positive, negative, positive. So yung sign ay always ganyan. Itong sign ng binomial, it depends sa given. Okay? Now here, paano natin masosolve itong terms muna sa binomial? So we will refer to the given. So we will be getting the cube root of the given. So we will be getting the cube root of 8x cubed, which is the cube root of 8 that is 2 here. Yan, 2. Okay? Or pwede kayong gumamit ng calculators if you want. And then cube root of x cubed, that is x. So the first term here in your binomial is 2x. How about the second term in the binomial? So kukunin lang din natin yung cube root ng second term dito sa given. So, cube root ng 1, that is 1. Okay? So, 1. Now that we have all the terms in the binomial, we will use this binomial to find the terms in the trinomial. So, gagamitin natin to para makita yung or mahanap yung terms dito sa trinomial natin. Kasi we will still be looking for how many terms? So, 1, 2, and 3. Marami pa tayong hahanapin. So, according to this format, kaya niya nakuha yung first term sa trinomial kasi in-square niya yung first term sa binomial dito. Okay? So, computing for the first term, i-square natin yung 2x. Okay? So, 2x squared. 2x squared. Simplifying this, so this will be 2 squared and then x squared. 2 squared is 4x squared. Okay? Now, we have our first term, which is 4x squared. So, I'm going to erase that part. Okay? Now, for the second term, in the trinomial, sabi, we will be multiplying the terms of the binomial. Okay? So, i-multiply lang natin sila. 2x times 1 without minding any signs. Okay? So, 2x times 1, that is 2x. So, now we have our second term, which is 2x. Okay? Just going to erase the line. Yeah. Now, we are done with our last term, which is the third term in the trinomial. And sabi dito, sa format, we will be squaring the last term in this binomial, or the second term in this binomial. So, 1 squared, that is equal to 1. Therefore, the last term in the trinomial is 1. So, therefore, you now have your factor. So, the factored form of this sum of two cubes are quantity 2x plus 1 and quantity 4x squared minus 2x plus 1. Let's say we will solve another example. So, let's say we will factor this one. 27x cubed minus 8y to the 6th power. So obviously, the given is an example of a difference of two cubes, diba? Kasi yung sign sa gitna nila is a minus sign. Therefore, we will be using the format quantity x minus y times quantity x squared plus xy plus y squared. So, yan yung pagbabasihan natin dun sa factored form niya. So, writing the solution, and then the answer here below, the answer is also composed of a binomial and a trinomial. The sign of the binomial is negative kasi according sa given. And then, yung sign naman ng trinomial is positive lahat. Okay? So now that everything is set, let's solve for the terms of this binomial by finding the cube root of this given. Okay? So first, yung first term muna, yung kunin natin yung cube root. So 27x cubed. Ano yung cube root ni 27? That is 3. Cube root of x cubed, that is x. Therefore, the first term here is 3x. Okay? And then, how about the second term in the binomial? Second term sa binomial will be based on the cube root of the second term here in the given. So, cube root of 8y to the 6th power. Cube root of 8, that is 2 cube root of y to the 6, that is y squared. So you're just basically dividing the exponent by the root. Kaya natin nakuha yung 2. That is the technique. So now we have the second term here in our binomial. Now, the problem is the trinomial na lang. So I am going to move this at the top. Wait. Ayan. So, magbe-base tayo dito sa terms ng binomials para makuha natin yung hinahanap nating terms dito sa trinomials natin. Ayan, we will look for 3 terms. So, in finding the first term in the trinomial, we need to square the first term, which is the first term of the binomial, factored form binomial, which is 3x. So 3x squared. So simply 3 squared x squared, di ba? Simplifying this, hindi malinaw yung 2. So yeah, 3 squared, that is 9x squared. And now we have here 9x squared. Okay? And then for the second term, sabi, we need to multiply the terms of the binomial. So 3x times 2y squared. So we need to multiply the coefficients, no? 3 times 2, that is 6. And then we will just be copying the variables, x, y squared. So now we have the second term in the trinomial, which is 6xy squared. I'm just going to delete this. And then for the last term, which is the third term in the binomial, it says that we should square the last term of this binomial. So we will be squaring 2y squared. Okay, so it is simply 2 squared and then loss of exponents, no? If the given is here, this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is the power rule. So you cannot add the exponents, but you need to multiply them. Okay, so 2 times 2, that is 4. So 2 squared is 4y to the 4th power. So our last term in the binomial is 4. I'm just going to erase this part. 4y to the 4th power. Now, we have our factored form. I'm just going to erase everything for you to clearly see your answer. So this will be your factored form, which is the quantity of 3x minus 2y squared and the quantity 9x squared plus 6xy squared plus 4y to the 4th power. I also give some word problems in your modules, and you just need to factor everything just like what we did now for you to be able to solve that. And there are also some substitution that will happen, and I know that you can do it.